Some people don't end relationships, they simply stop being reachable. They can feel a conversation turn before anyone else in the room, and by the time the words land, their body has already begun leaving. One day, they're answering texts and showing up for coffee. The next, they've gone quiet. Not for an afternoon, but for months. No fight, no explanation, no clean goodbye. Just absence settling in like weather. Most people call this avoidant. Some call it cold or selfish or scared of intimacy. The truth is something stranger and much older. This is a body that learned very early on that disappearing was the safest thing it could do. 6 signs. Same logic underneath all of them. The last one is the one most people miss, because it doesn't look like withdrawal at all. It looks like a full, capable social life. We'll get there. Sign 1. They leave the room before they leave the room. Picture a person at a dinner, mid-conversation, mid-laugh, mid-eye contact. Then something shifts. Someone says the wrong thing, or the right thing said wrong, and in a single beat, this person goes somewhere else. Still nodding, still smiling. But internally, they have already stood up and walked out the door. This is what Stephen Porges, the neuroscientist behind polyvagal theory, calls neuroception, the body's pre-conscious read on whether a situation is safe. For most people, it runs in the background. For this person, it runs the show. Their nervous system flagged something, a tone, a glance, an old echo, and prepared the exit before they had a thought about it. That's leaving before anyone sees it happen. Here's how they leave after. Sign 2. The slow fade is their default exit. They don't end things, they taper. A reply takes a day, then 3, then a week. Then I'll get back to you. And they never do. From the outside, it looks like neglect. From the inside, it feels like survival. Confrontation lights up the same alarm system that childhood ruptures used to set off. So the body picks the path that doesn't require facing another human and saying a hard sentence out loud. In this logic, disappearance is the only door the nervous system trusts. Cowardice has nothing to do with it. That's how they exit. Here's what they're already building while they're still there. Sign 3. They always have a next life ready. A different city, a new job, a friend group. The old friend group has never been told about. Even when their life looks settled, there is a quiet inner draft of where they would go if everything fell apart tomorrow. John Bowlby called this the internal working model, the early blueprint we build for what to expect from other people. A child who could not rely on caregivers being emotionally consistent does not grow into an adult who feels held by relationships. They grow into an adult who builds escape routes, sometimes elegant ones, because somewhere in their body, they know they may need to vanish and they will not be warned in advance. That's what they prepare for. Here's what they say when they stay. Sign 4. I'm fine is the wall they live behind. You know this phrase, you have probably said it this week. It is the cleanest sentence the language has, and the most useful one for someone whose entire system runs on not being seen in pain. Behind the wall, there is no fine. There is exhaustion or panic or a flatness that feels like nothing at all. Peter Levine, who developed somatic experiencing, describes the freeze response as the body's third option when neither fight nor flight feels possible. A kind of internal stillness while the outside keeps moving. I'm fine is the social version. The body is in freeze, the mouth is still working. That's the wall they speak through. Here's the interior nobody gets to see. Sign 5. They build lives no one can fully witness. You have friends, you have people you love. But there is a layer, the actual interior, the one where the disappearances are planned, that nobody has clearance for. Not your closest friend, not your partner, not your therapist on a good day. This is not secrecy. It is geography. Being known fully feels in your body the same way standing in a doorway during an earthquake feels. Exposed in the exact way that taught the system to disappear in the first place. So you let people in 3 rooms deep and put a wall up at the 4th. Most of the people who love you don't even know the 4th room exists. Before the 6th sign, here is something Porges identified that explains why this one is so hard to see even from the inside. Dorsal vagal shutdown, the deepest level of nervous system collapse, does not always look like collapse. In some people, it integrates so smoothly into daily functioning that they appear high-functioning, social, even thriving. The body has gone underground, the life has not. This is the most adapted version of disappearing, and it is what sign 6 is. Sign 6. Their full life is the most convincing disappearance of all. Some people who disappear from everyone are alone, but many, maybe most, are not. They have careers, long-term partners, children, group chats they reply to. From the outside, nothing is missing. From the inside, no one is touching the part of them that does the disappearing. They are present at every dinner and absent in every conversation. They love the people in their life and feel unreachable to all of them. This is the form of vanishing nobody warns you about, because there is no exit door to point at. They never left the calendar. They left the room. Every exit was your body keeping a promise it made before you had words. The promise was simple. I will not be found here again. Disappearing was never the problem. It was the solution your nervous system arrived at when no one came back the time it mattered most. If your body is still doing this, it is because it kept that promise. Now it gets to learn a new one, slowly, and not alone. The room you thought you were alone in has more people in it than you realized. The other ones are quiet. That is the whole point. 3 things gently. Let one person see you 15 seconds longer than feels safe. Stay through one conversation you would normally leave. When I'm fine is about to come out, try I'm tired. Which of these did you recognize? In yourself or in someone you love? If someone in your life keeps quietly disappearing and you have never been able to explain it, send them this. We translate what your body already knows into language your mind can finally use. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.